episode 69.
Yay! I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy on Ravelry and Penny Wendy 2 everywhere else.
And if you're a new viewer, welcome for checking us out. Hope you enjoy what you see. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back each week and watching us.
Yes, thank you. And thank you. We are now at 957 members on the Ravelry group.
Yay!
So we're getting close.
We are. I have a cold.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, so I may have coughing fits and sneezing fits, so I apologize.
And
I've been dealing
further
with
along that line, I had to go to PT this morning, so I am like all sweaty and gross. That's why I look like this right now.
I worked last night, so that's my excuse. I'm sticking with it.
And we are recording a day early because I have to fly to North Carolina tomorrow morning, and I will not be back until Saturday.
And I do this to my nose because it stops me from sneezing, actually.
So, oops, what am I doing?
One of those days.
Totally doing the wrong thing here. All right, so I guess it's my week to go first.
It is, but let's, while you're working that out, let's get the knit-alongs out of the way. We are having a Ruby Slipper Shawl knit-along. K1H2 Ruby Slipper KAL for the tag. And the Sparkly Yarn knit-along, which I think is a great idea, is K1H2 Sparkle KAL.
And if you knit a Ruby Slipper in Sparkly Yarn, you can
double dip.
You can be in both.
There's 2 threads for both of them. And if you do a Ruby Slipper shawl out of Sparkly Yarn, yeah, you can enter one for the Ruby Slipper knit-along and the Sparkly Yarn knit-along.
Yeah.
So,
cool. So, now that this is all straightened out, on the dance card, I'll start with the thing that I'm working on. Still working on Judy B by Kimberly Gintar. Which way does it go?
Which way does it go? Which way does it go?
This way. This is the right side. So here it is. This is available for $5 on Ravelry, and it was gifted to me by Kimberly, and I really like it. Hold it up so you can see the detail on the edge. It's got a cable and lace. And I am knitting it out of Into the World hand spun Polworth silk blend and the Guider colorway applied together with one of the coordinates that she offered for sale. So it's marled, you can see. Marling is when one is mostly a solid color and the other one is like a color. So yeah, I have knit about 350 yards, and I'm just over halfway, and this is what I have left in my second one. So yeah, halfway point was about right here. So I'm like about 4 inches past the halfway point. So it's going to be pretty big, and I think it'll block out to be about this wide. So it'll be a nice wrap. I love it. I love the colors. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, it's making my nose itch. Sorry. Thank you.
It's going to be one of those days.
I'm trying to think if I took my allergy medicine today, but I did. Yes, I did. So so that's that one. I worked on this a little bit, but as you know, it is Tour de Fleece right now, so a lot of my time has been spent spinning. So that's the first thing on the needles. The second thing on the needles, which got a small amount of love, are my Loud and Proud socks out of the... Oh, my stuff is falling off the chair. My Loud and Proud socks out of the Play It Life Saki Maki in the Loud and Proud colorway. I did work on these at PT. There's a little cable that I put in on the back. And you can now see the 2 cables that are going up the sides a little bit better. And this is how much I have left of the first Saki Maki. And this is what it looked like at the beginning. It has exploded a little bit in my bag. And I'm keeping this sock project in my box bag from Jessie Lou bags, one of my gnome bags, because I like gnomes. It's really cute. So that did get a little work today. I was working on it at PT. And the third thing I have on the needles is still Creature Comfort Cardigan. I'm mentioning it because it's there, but I didn't do any work on it. I'm knitting that out of Madeline Tosh in the Byzantine colorway, vintage. In the Byzantine colorway, the pattern Creature Comforts Cardigan is by Madeline Tosh, and it's available for $6 on Ravelry. and you can look on my project page or in the past episodes to see what that looks like. And hopefully, as the weather cools down in the fall, I'm going to finish that up.
Still got a couple months.
So there's that. And the last thing on my needles is some secret knitting. I cast on the pattern that somebody asked me to knit for them. It's, I guess, what would you call that? Like a commissioned. Yeah, well, it's like a commissioned pattern. Yeah.
Part of a club.
So I did that, and I also swatched for a lace shawl, and that, there we go. You can see this is two different kinds of lace. There's this one down below, and this one up there, the top part. It's really hard to do that. So
doesn't help that my background color is.
I know it's kind of the same. You can kind of see it up here. So I swatched for that. I actually have like the first 30 rows of a sample shawl knit to see how this would work into the shawl. It looks really good. But this is going to go on the back burner until I finish up the other shawl. The other shawl, I've written the pattern and charted everything. I'm knitting the sample now. So I showed Sheila the sample out of the sample yarn. So it's going well. And that's it. That's all I have on the needles.
Mine's simple. I have a sock. It's a generic toe-up sock. I think I did 12 stitches at the toe and increased to, I want to say 64. It's a sport weight sock. It's the Lorna laces in the zombie barbecue colorway, which I love, 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 love. It's in the sport mate, which is Lorna's laces with the Outlast. It's merino wool and Outlast.
And it's got that's warming.
The temperature control. There we go. I saw a commercial. Sealy Posturepedic or some mattress has it now.
Oh, really?
And it's through. We have a local furniture store called Jordan's Furniture. It's got like what four big stores, and they had it advertised.
Huh, that's interesting.
So yeah, they're using it in other places too. So this is with the Outlast, the zombie barbecue, and that's a pretty darn reflection of the color.
Yeah, looks good.
And I like the striping effect that it's doing, sort of.
I like how the bright red pops out every once in a while. That's really cool.
I'm assuming that's like the
blood.
Yeah, and the charcoal bit would be the barbecue bit.
Yeah, probably.
You see the darker.
Really pretty. I like it a lot.
So yeah, that's all I got right now. It's just a generic what I start with, and then I'll figure out if I'm gonna do a pattern or base it on whoever's heel. I may do Yarnissima's Spice Boy, because Spice Man, I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that's a good heel.
And that's all I got on the needles actively. Yeah. Actually, period. I think. Well, I think I have a few. Oh, that's right. I forgot about those slippers.
Yeah, you need to work on those. Yeah, so again, that's like a heavy knitting, it's like you don't want to touch it right now.
No, not right now.
It's
maybe
just
come fall.
Yeah, it's too warm.
Let's face it, who's going to be wearing wool slippers anyways? Actually, I need to get a couple more pairs going of the
Fiber Trends?
Yes, because I asked my brother. I went to my brother's house this weekend, and I saw them there, and I asked how they were lasting. He goes, they're good, but I'm probably going to need another pair for my birthday. And I'm like, okay. He goes, they're starting to blow out in the end. And I'm like, well, I have some leather. Maybe we can reinforce them for leather. And put the leather and kind of, but I have to do my own pair before I do his.
Well, at least you know he likes your knitting.
Oh, I've never had any issues with him. He asks me all the time for hats.
Yeah, no, it's good when you have
both
somebody.
of them. Well, my brother is my other brother. I have a twin brother in Arizona. He's moving back here the end of this month. So hopefully now I'll be able to knit him hats too, because both my brothers choose to shave their heads, and they're receding hairline's about here anyways. So they choose to shave their heads, and both of them wear hats. So. Since I asked Max if he needed anything this winter, he's like, no. I'm like, okay.
He's good.
He's good. He's got his orange hat, which is the, I did a cool hat for him out of orange acrylic.
Yeah, that's so bright.
That's what he likes.
I know.
He's had it. I mean, kids' heads.
He could wear that hunting. That's how bright it is.
Kids' heads don't grow all that much once they get to be a little bit older.
Yeah.
So it's going to last.
Still works for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So
yeah, that's all I got.
Rate my date. I have absolutely nothing this week for knitting.
I have a rate my date. Finally.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long this took it, because I don't think I actually posted that I started it.
I always forget to do that.
Oh, I'm so far behind on the pictures. So I finished my Color Affection shawl literally maybe 15, 20 minutes ago. And even with doing the yarn overs, like they requested, this edge is really tight. And it's obviously tighter on the 3 yarn overs. I mean the 3 yarns being held up.
Yeah.
But this is my Color Affection shawl with the... no idea what that is. Something outside. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what that is. It's something in the motor.
Is it a
Can you
leaf
close?
blower?
I don't know. Can you close? It's a diesel engine of
Something.
some sort. Close the window. Holy cow.
That's loud.
That is loud.
Ouch.
Sorry, people.
Fortunately, it's not that.
Let's try. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, now that we've been interrupted by that. So this is Madeline Tosh Pashmina, which is cashmere, wool, cashmere, and silk. I believe it had 400 yards.
It's a mistake in the lace.
Oh, I wouldn't have been able to tell.
Yeah, I'm not going to fix it.
Okay. 400 yards for each skein, I think. And I have not woven in the ends, and I'm sitting on one of them, sorry. And this has not been blocked. And in all honesty, I don't know if I'm going to block it.
It doesn't really need blocking.
Because if I block it, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Which, you know, maybe someday I do want to block it.
Maybe you can block it lightly.
I think it needs to be soaked definitely and have the edges stretched.
Yeah.
But
then don't just.
So
just
this
don't
is
go
what it
hardcore.
looks like on. It fits over my shoulders nicely. I don't have the same issues that Wendy has because it's a thicker yarn, but it does fit over. I mean, it's just wonky because of the edging.
Yeah.
But well, it'll certainly keep me warm.
Yeah, I mean, mine would keep me warm too. It's just not very deep in this length. And then it's, I don't know, the proportions are just weird.
I'm sweating already. But I ended up doing, by mistake, 2 extra repeats on the 3 stripe section. So basically, what did we figure out? 12 extra rows?
6 extra rows.
1, 2, 3. No, 12.
Oh, yeah, 12 total. 6 in each repeat.
Yeah, so 12
total.
extra rows.
Yeah. I did 1 extra rows. I did 6 extra rows, 1 extra repeat. I wish I had done 2 now.
Yeah, so I did this much extra from my middle finger here to the bottom of the collar.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And to show you how much it is, this is how much yarn I have left. Which I know a lot of people say, oh, I have so much more that I might be able to do a second one. Yeah, I know. This is what I have left. I don't know what I'll be able to do with that.
Yeah.
Maybe just a cowl and alternate the 3 colors. Who knows?
I had a ton more yarn than that left.
So it was nice. It was a nice knit. I will have to admit, because by the time I was done with it, I had so much more stitches.
Yeah.
I was done with it.
That's a whole lot of garter.
Yeah, it is. And my next knitting project was supposed to be the high-speed knitting, which is garter. I may not. I may stick with my socks for a little bit now.
Get a break from that.
Get a little bit of a break and figure out what I'm going to do next. But I'm sweating in this. This will definitely keep me warm. And I can actually wear it like this.
Yeah, because the ends aren't so long on yours. If you block them, they might get
Oh,
long.
yeah, I'm sure they will. You know, maybe when I'm watching soccer or something.
Yeah.
'Cause,
that's what I'm hoping this will be good for wrapping around me when I'm standing outside waiting for my kid.
Yeah. So that's my finished project. I like it. I could definitely do it again. Not right now.
See, I would knit that again because I really enjoyed knitting it. I think I would knit it differently. I would modify it a little bit so it was not quite so long and deeper, but still with the same like color ideas. I think it would be.
I mean, you don't have to
awesome.
increase as much as I think they do.
That's what I mean. I wouldn't do so many increases.
But it's nice. It's nice and long, and you know, at some point I'll figure out.
I think doing it in sport weight was a good idea too.
We'll figure it out. It's a little
when
too,
it's cooler, you can
it's a,
play
yeah,
around
it's
with
a little
it.
too hot for
Just
it
looking
right
at you
now.
putting that on your neck is making me sweat. Like just looking at it.
See, this is where it kind of buckles a little. You can kind of see how it's...
Blocking will help that a little
Oh, I
bit.
know. I just got to relax.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it right now. But I'm done with it. It's so soft and squishy. And if I ever get cold, this will keep me nice and warm.
Maybe in like 2 months you will.
Well, you know, actually, I came home last night. And
it was chilly out last night.
Well, it was chilly this morning in the house. I had a blanket over me. If I wanted to throw this over me, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Over my shoulder.
It cooled down quite a bit last night.
This will be good for like August nights. You know how August nights get a little chilly?
Yeah.
So, we'll see. That's what I have. Rate my dates.
I do have a whirlwind romance this week, obviously, because it's Tour de Fleece. Yeah, it fell on the floor. First of all, I showed you last week. I spun 8 ounces of Into the World. I'm in Club Into the World. Hi, Chris. And I spun 8 ounces of, what was it, BFL. And this week, I spun 8 ounces of Falkland wool. And Falkland wool, I found out from reading the Spinner's, the Fleece Source book or something like that. Falkland wool could be Polworth, or a couple of other ones that I can't remember. Romney might have been one of them, but I'm not sure. So Falkland wool just means the area where the wool came from, and the breed might not, it might be a crossbreed, which is why they don't call it like Polworth. It's probably Polworth / something. But anyway, this is in the Serenity colorway. I love this, and it worked up to be mostly worsted weight, and I got about 500 yards. So I did those two. I like this one the best because it's got lots of yellow in it. It's lighter. This one is a little bit darker.
Any plans on that? For that?
I don't know. It's 500 yards. I was thinking maybe a hat and mittens for the winter. Just plain old hat, plain old mittens.
Yeah.
Because the yarn is really poofy and lofty and squishy, and it would make a nice hat. And I don't think it's too scratchy. So that's what I spun and finished this week. And I started my next 8 ounces, which is Romney wool in the Anara colorway from Into the World. And this is 4 ounces spun up. I'm going to Navajo ply it, and this end is really fat, but it's probably going to be, let's see. It's going to be a heavy worsted, I think. Navajo plied, yeah. It's going to be a heavy worsted. It's going to be like that. I want to Navajo ply it because the color runs in it are really pretty, but there's a lot of barber pulling in them. And I feel like if I plied it together with the other 8 ounces, it would just be too much going on. So that's my plan with that. I'm spinning it really thick because I learned this week that I don't like spinning Romney. Romney is a long wool. This is what it looks like raw.
Pretty colors.
Yeah, I love the colors of this. And it has a really long staple. You can see that. That's pretty long.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like as big as my hand. And feel it. It's rough. It's not like a merino. And I think the thing that bothers me the most, I spread it out so you can see it, is it kind of looks like human hair. And when I'm spinning it, it's kind of like spinning human hair or like really long fur, which it kind of is. And it's kind of creeping me out a little bit. So I love the colors, and I think when you see the finished yarn, you're going to be surprised at what it looks like. But yeah, not loving the base very much. But I'm glad that I spun it. I've never spun a long wool before. It's different, and it's a good learning experience. So yeah, I have a goal of 2 pounds. I've spun 1 pound and 4 ounces.
Oh, good.
But I'm not going to be able to spin for the next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm not going to be able to spin probably for the next 4 days. So we'll have to see if I can get back on track. But I think I'm actually going to make my goal and be able to do an extra 8 ounces.
Oh, good.
Because I've been spinning about 4 ounces a day.
Well, you still have tonight to spin.
No, I have a lot to get done before I leave. I have to do laundry and yeah. So we'll see what happens. But I am not worried at this point, having spun 20 ounces total. I'm not worried about making my goal of 32 ounces because it's only like day 10 or something.
Yeah.
So, and I know that I have at least that many days
Yeah.
left, and I'm more than halfway done. So, yeah, that's all that I have as my whirlwind romance. Oh, and I'm really loving my new sidekick wheel. I've been using it for everything. And I was interested, for those of you who own one or the other, it when you use it all the time, it actually spins very different than the bug. I mean, I like the way they treadle. I had tried out the sidekick several times. I really like the wheel, but it's different. I have to treadle it more often to get the right amount of twist when I apply. I don't know. I think it might be because the drive band is arranged differently. I'm not really sure. But it was interesting to me because I think that's why I'm going to apply on the bug. It's easier to apply on the bug. I've been trying everything out on my new wheel because it's new, because I like it, and because it's easy for me to move around because it's so light.
Mm-hmm.
But I think applying I like better on the bug. So, but I love the wheel. I love both of the wheels.
That's good.
So that's it for Whirlwind Romance. Future dates. I have only the lace shawl that I'm designing. That's my future date. And that'll be after I finish my commission knitting.
Well, my future date was going to be the high-speed knitting shawl, and like I said, I'm not sure that I want to do that right now. I saw that it was a paid-for pattern, and I don't know. What I need to do is look in all my gifted patterns that I've been gifted and knit something from there. But some of the patterns I have require more than one skein of wool.
Yeah.
So what I need to do is find something. But this is what I want to knit with. So if anyone has a suggestion of what I could knit with this is the Zober ball.
I was going to say I'd give you mine, but half of it is in a pair of socks.
No. In the Brombarin colorway, which this is what it looks like.
It means blackberry. Brombarin.
I think I want to knit this. It's a single ply, so I don't want anything that's definitely not socks because I'd wear through them in a heartbeat. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas what I could knit with this.
Give her some ideas.
Yeah, please. Like I said, I'm still contemplating the high speed, but I think I need to take a break from a shawl.
Yeah, we've been knitting a lot of shawls.
Maybe I should knit. Maybe I should knit a couple of quickie hats.
Yeah, out of something heavy.
Yeah.
You know, something that would be done in like a week or less, so that you could feel like you were moving.
You know, that's I think exactly what I need.
Cleanse your palette.
Yeah, I'll have to look.
You need a one-night stand.
I do.
Just cleanse the palette.
So yeah, that's all I got planned, which is nothing. I'd like to work more on my socks, and with my boys going to swimming, Max doing soccer, I should be able to knit on this more. But I've also been reading. And I want a tote bag for my library.
That's awesome.
And a gift card to Starbucks. Which, it's only a $10 gift card, which I'm not,
Yeah.
But I know that could just about be one drink. One specialty coffee, and that's gone. So that's all I got for future dates.
Well, sounds good.
Crushes and heartbreaks.
I have a couple. One of them is that this lace is really messed up, so I'm going to have to work on that later. I had some really good news at rehab today. I was allowed to go on the elliptical for 15 minutes, and I actually did intervals on the elliptical, and everything was fine, and I didn't die. So my leg is working, and I have been told that I can work out at the gym on the elliptical as long as I don't try to go right up to 45 minutes. I need to slowly work my way up to 45 minutes over a period of weeks. And if the next day my leg bothers me, then I need to back it down again the next time I go to the gym. But I am cleared to work out on the elliptical at my own pace. Yay! So I'm very happy about that. Not cleared to run. I asked about running because I was thinking that Couch to 5K would be a good way to kickstart my exercise routine. And I am not allowed to do anything that has impact.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's 3 months, but apparently still not allowed to do impact. So, but we did talk about how I can modify my 30-day shred workout so that there's no impact moves. I'm modifying a couple of the lunges too. I'm not allowed to bend my leg a certain way, so that's all being modified. And And
Sorry, one of the kids is coming in from the house.
the cardio section of it where there are jumping jacks and moves like that, I have agreed to march in place rapidly but not run. But I can live with that. I learned how to use also 2 more weight machines that are approved for my leg. And I can't explain it to you, but my leg actually feels really good after I do the weight work. I think it's good for my leg. I think it stretches all the muscles out the right way.
Sure.
So I had to have 40 minutes of deep tissue massage because my leg was so screwed up from not having PT for 2 weeks.
Sorry, they're asking me if they can go swimming.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Who's over there?
They're gonna be over there in 10 minutes. Stephanie,
Just
Mark,
do that.
Colin, and Maddie.
Alright, ask if it's okay if Stephanie can watch. I'll be over in a little bit.
Yeah, because we're almost done.
Yeah,
Where's my bathing suit?
Where is his bathing suit? Didn't you bring it in from the car?
Yeah. It's in here, Zach. Right here.
Alright, remember, we're not going to stay there long because we are going. So,
Bye.
bye.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, see you later, guys.
Bye.
I like how he's doing that to you, but he's watching himself. All right, that's enough, little ham.
Yeah.
He was kissing him, but he was like...
He's a big ham, not a little one. So that was the, cameo appearance from the boys.
Yeah, oh wait, so I was talking about my leg. They're going swimming.
They're going swimming at a neighbor's house.
So that was really good news. I had to have deep tissue massage for 40 minutes because I had not had deep tissue for 2 weeks because I have not been to the therapist for 2 weeks. And let me tell you, I'm never skipping 2 weeks again. I will go to whoever. I'll be like, I don't care. The janitor can do my leg. I'm not going to miss again. So that was my, that's really my crush. I think that PT went really well today, and I feel like now I can go back to a somewhat normal exercise routine. I'm a little angry that I can't start running, but you know what? I'll take what I can get.
Exactly. It's better than not being able to do anything.
It's better than not being able to do cardio work. It was so good to have a cardio workout. I have been so stressed out from my heartbreak that I really felt the need to be in the gym and just really working out. And my heartbreak, I thank you for all the good wishes from my brother. I wanted to let everyone know that he is out of the drug-induced coma.
No, just go. No, just go. You don't need earplugs.
Water in my ears.
Okay.
Grammar of a little boy.
So my brother's out of the drug-induced coma, and he is eating liquid foods, and he doesn't have any neurological damage. I don't know about organ damage. That's something that I haven't asked about, but we were worried that he might have had a stroke, and that did not happen. So it looks really well. His medical condition is like his story, so I don't really want to get into that whole thing there, but he's going to need to be in the hospital for at least another week, possibly longer. So I am flying down to North Carolina tomorrow morning because my kids are down there in the middle of all this, to get my kids and to help my parents figure out what we're going to do with my brother's care for the future. Like, we need to have a plan. So I'll be down there until Saturday, but then I'll be back. So we'll be on our regular recording schedule next week. We're early this week because I won't be here tomorrow.
And we'll probably have more kids next week.
Yes.
Hopefully the weather will be good.
Well, if it's nice, we will be at your house and we can throw them in the yard. And if it's rainy, they can come to my house and we'll throw them in the basement. So that's just going to have to be the
And then in another week, I'm not going to be here.
Oh.
Kim's mom's coming.
Oh, that's right.
On Sunday. My mother-in-law's coming in on Sunday.
Maybe I'll get Diane and Oz to record with me again.
But I'm not 100% sure what our plans are. I just know that my husband asked me to take the week off.
Okay.
So we're planning on going to New York and New Jersey.
That'll be fun.
But I don't know what exact days we're going.
Well, if we can record together, we will work out some kind of a schedule. And if we can't, then I will try to see if I can rope Diane into recording.
I'm sure she won't mind. She had a good time last time.
I know. Somebody recognized her at the spinning class that we took.
Oh, really?
because they had heard about the spinning class from me at some event. And they were like, oh, aren't you Diane and Oz with the sock machine?
Oh.
She was like, what? Because she's been on the show, what, once?
But we talk about her all the time.
We talk about her all the time. So, yeah. Anyway, but I do really want to thank everybody who sent good wishes and PMs and everything. It really helped me. It's been very stressful. My family is very stressed out right now. It will be better when I have my kids and they're out of the situation and back home, and when my parents are on top of everything and my brother gets out of the hospital, everything will be a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
But I've really appreciated it, so thank you. And that's it for my crushes and heartbreaks.
I have a heartbreak. I had to think about it. I'm like, do I have a crush or do I have a heartbreak? My heartbreak is Max isn't here, so I'm going to talk about him. Max plays soccer.
Oh.
I've been an assistant coach for the last couple of years, and I was a head coach 3 years ago. And he did tryouts. Tryouts are just basically where they put you. For the last 2 years, he was put on the B team, and this year he was dropped down to a C, which is not a big deal. It just bothers me. It bothers me more than it bothers him, and I feel like it's political. Because not only did his coach tell me that he was placed down at the C, and he said he tried to pull him up, which was fine, but then he told me that they're going to ask me if I want to coach. Somebody mentioned to me that maybe they put him on C so that I would coach the C team.
Oh, yeah.
And I had not planned on that level of commitment this year.
And I don't think you should have that level.
No.
You know how I feel about it. I've seen
and
you.
I told him, because I wasn't even thinking about assistant coaching this year,
Right.
which is a lot less of a commitment. When you're a head coach, you have to have practice plans. You have to do 2 practices a week, an hour to an hour and a half each practice.
Yeah.
You have to organize the game. Like, it's all set and who we're playing against. But if there's a rain out, then I have to call back and, get
Organize
a new
the
date,
fields.
organize the field, organize the referees. I got to do,
And the reason she knows this is that she has coached before. This is not her first time.
And they were willing to give me a lot of support, and I told them straight out that, I wasn't planning on this type of commitment, but I'd let them know, and I talked to my husband. Of course, my husband doesn't support me in the fact that he thinks I have no experience in coaching. I'm like, thanks a lot. We had a discussion about that one, and he now understands how I felt. His reasoning was that he felt that I didn't have the technical experience of soccer. And I'm like, I have more experience than any of the parents who they're requesting to help now.
Yeah.
So, Max doesn't want me to coach. He says, Mom, you've been my coach for 3 years. I'm kind of done.
And also, I was around for the first year that you coached, and it was a stress for her with the working and everything that was going on.
And I'm working more hours than I was then.
Yeah.
But the other thing, too, is I really didn't know what I was doing. This year, if any year would be good for me to coach, it would be this year. But I have no desire to coach.
No.
I wanted to be, finally, sitting in a car, knitting or reading or chatting with other parents.
Yeah.
As of yet, I think we found out a couple of Friday or Thursday, we found out what was going on. We have not heard about any other coach. If they don't hear from one, they may put the pressure on me.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to the point where they say either someone steps out or your kid doesn't play soccer,
Yeah.
I think Max would be okay not playing.
I think so.
We'll just find him something else to do. I don't think it will get to that point, but they may do that as a tactic on my end.
Yeah, don't buckle into that pressure.
No, I told Kim I'm really set on not. Zachary, too, has been at all these practices for the last 3 years. It's tough on him. It's about time that...
It's tough for the second kid, and the kid who's not playing the sport. And I say that because that my son's been doing karate, and he goes twice a week, and my daughter has had to sit through at least one of those karate classes for a year. It's not fun for her to do that. I've arranged the last few months when my leg got busted up for her to go to a friend's house, but it's tough to be the kid who's not playing the sport, but who, you have to take care of them, so they have to come It's tough being that kid.
And it's tougher when that kid has no entertainment because I've been busy
Exactly.
being an assistant or whatever. So
that makes it even worse.
that's my heartbreak in the sense of he seems fine with it. You know, he's playing. He doesn't care. I, for some reason, took it much harder than he did. I don't know why.
I think because you had a vision of how this season was going to be, and this kind of like ruined your vision.
It did a little bit. And the other reason is you know, I'm planning on going to Rhinebeck. I'm planning on going away in November. I don't feel that I would be able to give my all.
No.
Well, it's not fair to the kids.
I really don't. I know how hard it is for you to say no, but I really think you have to say no this time.
It is really hard for me to say no,
I
and I
know.
feel guilty about it, but I have to stick to my guns.
You do.
Because I'm doing what's best for my family.
Yes,
and I
you
really
are.
feel that this is the best for my family. With Zachary getting, a couple of years ago, Zachary wasn't involved in stuff, but now Zachary's involved in stuff, and it's just...
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree, and I will make you say no if I have to. I will step in.
No, I said no. I told them no. I gave it a thought. I talked to Cam. I talked to Max. I asked him again, and he's like, it's up to you. And I said, no, I'm giving you this option right now. You tell me what you want, and I will do what you want. He goes, I'd really rather you not. I said, that's fine. And I told the guy, I said, you know, my son doesn't want me to coach. He's like, oh, why? I said, because he's tired of me.
Yeah, he wants to
He's
be
like,
coached
oh,
by
I really...
somebody else.
He goes, I don't want you to go against him. I said, I don't want to because then it makes it more difficult.
And what's the point of it then? Because you're doing it for him, and if he doesn't want you there, it's going to make him not enjoy it. Like
Pretty much. And the other aspect is, too, is as much as I try, maybe I'm not assertive enough, I don't get the respect from the boys. They don't give me the respect as much as they give a male coach.
And this year, you had to take some crap from a parent,
I did,
and that was miserable.
I told the guy that too. But the other thing I was thinking of is, you know, anytime I was a head coach, the other referees or other coaches went directly to the male coach. I'm like, hello. It's frustrating because, you know, a lot of females coach, but they coach girls' teams.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting this season. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Max also goes into middle school, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to share a little crush for him. He got a cell phone this week.
Yeah. Is he excited?
He's very excited. I don't know where it is, though, now that I think about it.
He probably lost.
No, he's been really good about it. All you have to do is call it. He's excited about it. It's just calling. There's no texting, no internet. Just phone calls. But
That's awesome.
yeah, that's where I am.
So that's good. Baubles and bling. I'll just start off by saying I have nothing.
I got something. So I think I mentioned last week that I won some yarn on the Plurk Ravelry group. There was Stash Down on the Plurk Stash Down. And it's from Monet. She was the one who gave it. So I have 2 skeins of yarn. One is for myself and one is for a giveaway. And this is going to be for the giveaway. And it's hand spun yarn. It's Shady Fibers hand spun yarn. This is a wool Polworth Superwash Merino alpaca mohair and Angelina combo.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. It's really pretty. But I think I'm either allergic to the alpaca or the mohair. I never remember which.
No, it's mohair because you made that alpaca shawl, and that didn't bother you. I think it's mohair. A lot of people are allergic to mohair.
Similar to cat, I think.
I don't know, but it's funny. All of my kids and I have the same reaction. When I touch mohair, it feels really soft. But if it touches my skin for too long, we get prickle.
See, that's not what bothers me. It's my nose.
No, it's a sensory thing.
And then I got this, which is also from Shady Fibers hand spun yarn. Just a wool blend, worsted weight, but it's a very nice rainbowy colorway. And I'm keeping this because I know somebody who will love this very dearly.
Yeah.
And he wants the peace hat, so I might make this out of the peace hat with this.
That'd be good.
Remember the one that I showed you? This color? Yeah.
So, are we going to give away that yarn now for the chance that somebody could knit something out of it because it's sparkly?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's a worsted weight, though. Yeah, all right.
We could just do a comment thread. Like,
yeah, just...
I'll tell you what. The contest this week is you need to give Sheila suggestions in the thread for what she should knit with her Brombeeren
Or just what I should knit next, not
Yeah.
necessarily the
Or
brown
like a short project for her too. She was talking about
one night stand project. Give me an idea. I'll post a thread. What Sheila should knit.
what Sheila should knit.
And post a comment on what you think I should knit next. It could be anything from lace to worsted or bulky.
Yep. And we'll draw.
I'll give you. I'm giving you. I'm looking for something quick. So we'll go for something quick, and then I'll draw next week.
Yeah.
That way, whoever gets it can knit with the sparkly yarn.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So,
all right.
That's all I have for Baubles and Bling.
Yep. And your club hasn't come yet?
No, I've got still a couple of weeks on that. I probably won't.
I never
get that.
know because
It's the end of the odd month. So.
Oh, okay, because my club is coming probably next week. I think.
No, it's always. I think they always ship it the last week of the club month, which is odd numbers. So, the last week of July. And I should have it the first week of August. There's been no speculation, no clues yet. Yeah. But Ravelenic games are coming up, and I'm going to have to knit some with Blue Moon.
Oh, right.
I don't have to knit some
but
with Blue Moon.
that's your team, right?
But that's my team, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
So, well, maybe you'll get some project ideas from the prize thread.
Yeah.
The Sparkly Yarn prize thread.
So that's all I got.
Gossip and innuendo. We don't have anything.
My mother-in-law's coming. She's going to be here for a month. She's staying with my sister-in-law. Although I did mention to Kim that maybe if maybe a long weekend or something, she could stay with us or a couple days, and I can take her with the kids somewhere,
Yeah,
just so that she could have some time with the kids. I'm not sure how much time my sister-in-law is taking off. But my sister-in-law lives in a condo, and I just know my mother-in-law would probably go stir crazy.
Plus, it'll be fun for you to do something as a family group with the kids and your mother-in-law.
Well, we are going away in a couple of weeks, and then that's about it.
Yeah, and I have a wedding coming up for my brother-in-law and his fiance, so. And all manner of family is coming in town the last week of July, first week of August.
Oh, so we're both going to be busy that week.
Yeah, except that I'll be here.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get one of my family members to be on the show with me.
There you go. Get your mom.
It would be my.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen with us, but we'll figure it out.
We will. But we are going to try to put a recording out every week, and if we have to take a 1 week hiatus, we will let you know. But it won't be more than that, I don't think.
No, gosh, no. Should be no reason for more than that.
Nope.
And, we've been recording early. This week we didn't have much to show because we recorded on Thursday last week.
And then recorded Tuesday this week, yeah. So hopefully next week we'll have more.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I'm going to be
I'm still in my reading jag. I have now a goal that my library is giving away a Nook for as many entries
I think you're
as you
going
put
to
in.
win it.
And I've already won a weekly prize of a tote bag and a gift card, so I'm trying to win that Nook.
Well, next week I will definitely have 8 finished ounces of this, so you can look forward to that if you're a spinner. And hopefully the finished yarn won't look like human hair because it's freaking me out. I think if it wasn't that dark brown, just makes it creepy to me. It's so pretty in the bag. When I saw the colors, I was
it's gorgeous.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And when I was spinning it, I'm like, I feel like I'm spinning hair. Like it's like Sheila's hair. I could spin Sheila's hair. That's what it's like a little bit.
No offense.
Only your hair is a lot softer. Your hair is a lot softer.
It's coarse and dry because of the waviness, but it's still a little bit softer.
No, it's much softer than that. So,
it'll fly away.
Thanks again for watching the show, everybody. If you need more information,
knit1heart2.blogspot.com. Contacts are above me.
Yeah. And if you want to make a donation or buy a shirt from Cafe Press over by me.
Yeah.
And the link to join our Ravelry group is also over there. You can just click on it. I'll take you right to the page where you can sign up. Or join. You click a button to join.
Hopefully you're already on Ravelry.
Hopefully. If you're not, then I'm sorry.
That's okay. So I guess that's it. Have a good week.
Yes.
Knit with Heart. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes. Bye, everybody.